Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and create our first post. So we're going to go to newsite.thedailycorgi.com/WordPress login. WordPress admin, sorry about that. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in your username, and I'm going to grab your password, and we're going to log in. Okay, so once you get here to the dashboard of the site, there's going to be all this stuff in the center, and there's a nice menu on the left-hand side. So one of the things on the left-hand side we want to do is we want to go to Posts, and then we want to go to, if you click on All Posts, it's going to bring up a big list of all your posts. So if you wanted to edit, say, Roxy of West Virginia, you would just click on Edit, and it would pop up with everything here. That you can change around. But what we want to do actually is we want to go ahead and go Posts, and we want to say Add New. Okay. So the way that I like to start is I like to go ahead and have all my text set up with a list of images. So I have over here a file set up with the title. So I'm going to grab the title, and we're going to put it in here. So that's going to automatically add that as the nice kind of header at the top of the post. So that's where your title goes. And then what we're going to do is, normally I just stay in the visual area of the post, because the text area is where you can go and add custom HTML. But in the visual area, it's going to be the easiest because it shows you automatically what you're doing. So I'm going to go in here, and it starts automatically with a picture. So right away, I know that right here I can go ahead and say Add Media, and I'm going to say, it's going to bring up this window here. And what I want to do is I actually want to say Upload a File, and say Select File. And on my desktop, I have a folder with all the pictures for this post. So the first image I want to add is the one with Jackson, and he has all those hearts around him. So I titled it Jackson Hearts. I'm going to say Open It. And it has this it's surrounded by a blue box and a little check mark. If you wanted to get rid of it, you would click on that, and it becomes a little minus sign, and you can deselect it. But I want to select it. And I want to come over here. I want to make sure that it has alternate text. I wouldn't put a caption because it kind of comes up usually with a big weird floating box. So you can put it alt text and then a description, but I would leave the caption blank. Okay. So we want alignment. Most of your alignment on your other site was to the left, so I'll just go ahead and leave that. But if I wanted it to be centered, I could center it on the page. And then link to, I like to leave it as the media file, unless you want it to link to, if you clicked on the image and you wanted it to go to Corgi Pals or something, you could put in a custom URL, and that would go right here. But we're going to go ahead and just let it link to the media file. So it'll just pull up that actual image of Jackson with the hearts if they click on it. And we're going to have it be full size. You can scale down to thumbnail or medium, but we're going to go ahead and leave full size. And then I'm just going to click on this button that says Insert into Post. Okay, so now the image comes up and there's a little cursor there. I'm going to hit Return, probably twice to give myself a little bit of space underneath it, and then I'm going to insert the first bit of text. So here on my sheet with all the text, it says it starts with the 4-month-old Jackson, so I'm going to come back here. I'm just going to paste that in, and I'm going to hit Return again, and the next thing that comes up is another image. So once again, this is a long post, so we're going to get lots of chances to keep adding new images. So you're going to go up here, you're going to say Add Media again. I'm going to upload a file. You can drag and drop from your desktop, but I like to go through and just select the files. So my next image is of Jackson and Dana, and let's see, I think that it's this one, not sure. Once again, if I wanted to deselect it and insert, this image, I could by clicking on it, and by deselecting it by clicking on that minus sign. But I'm just going to go through and make sure it has a title. I'm going to give it some alternate text, and I'm going to give it a description. And I don't know everything about SEO, so I'm not an expert, but I think that the more you kind of give it a good description, the better it'll be able to be searched. So once again, I'm going to leave it align none, so it just kind of is wherever. I'm going to link it to the media file. I'm going to say full size is great, and I'm going to say insert into post, and it's going to pop up here again. And once again, my cursor is kind of blinking over here, so I'm just going to hit return twice to give it some room. And I'm going to insert the next bit of text. Now with this bit of text, you have a little quote from Dana. So I'm going to just take this as an opportunity to show you how you can format text yourself. It probably is the same in Blogger, but just in case. So I'm going to highlight the part that's her quote. And I'm just going to go up here and I'm going to say italic here. So, just something a little bit different. Okay. So the next part is where we're going to enter the pictures of the corgis and the St. Bernards. So I'm going to say upload files again. Say select. Let's see if I can find those. Here we go. Okay. We're going to say here's the alternate text. And a description. Everything's still good right here, and I'm going to insert into post. Okay, so I'll come back and do the rest of this post in just a second, but I want to go ahead and show you a few other things, just to kind of make sure this video is quick and short, and then I can go back and do the longer version. So on the right hand side here, there's a couple of different boxes. We have up here a box that says publish. So I'm going to say save the draft just to kind of keep saving as I go. Now you can say when you're ready for this to go live, you publish it. And up here it says you have a few options to publish immediately, or you can click edit and you can set it to publish, tomorrow or the next day after that. So whenever. And then when you're ready to click publish, publish. But I like to keep it as a draft until I'm all done completely. Below this is a box that says categories. So these are, when it brought them over, it brought in a lot of kind of very detailed categories. So I'm not sure if you want to continue to use those or create new. But I think that we should maybe create a new one for this. And I'm going to just call it puppy. Okay, but you can go ahead and you can go through and create whatever categories you want to. I'm going to say add new category, and it's going to come up here, and I want to just leave it categorized as puppy. Let's see. Okay, the box below that says tags. So these are going to be the things that your image is tagged in. So if someone searches for corgi St. Bernard, they might come across this post here. So I'm going to go ahead and just add some tags. You just add it separated with commas, and that should work. Corgi St. Bernard would be a great one. And we'll go ahead and leave that as the tags. You can add a bunch more as much as you want to, but then you just click add and it'll have them right here. If you want to get rid of one you did, you just click on the little X and it disappears. So now this one here, it says featured image. This is going to be when you go to your home page, that nice bar that's set across the top of all your posts. So you always want to set your featured image if you have time. If not, it doesn't look bad, but it's a great feature of this template. So I'm going to click on set featured image, and I'm going to go here. I could, if I wanted to, choose from any of these images that are already here, but what I want to go ahead and do is upload that file that we edited in the Pixel editor. So I'm going to say upload. I'm going to go, I have a folder for featured image, and I'm going to grab this one that I've already sized to the 640 by 220. and it's not letting me. So it looks like I named it wrong. So let's go ahead and try another one just for the time being. So let's grab this one, which I know is already 640 by 220. So I have all my title, my description, and my alternate text, and I'm going to say set featured image in the corner, and that should be, it's going to pop up right here to let you know that you've set that image. So obviously I still have some things to do on this blog post, but we're going to go ahead and start to wrap this up. So one thing I want to show you how to do is to add a link in this file. So let's say that we wanted to link Curious Corgi to something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this text, I'm going to select the words Curious Corgi, and I want this to be a link. And I'll go back and delete this later, but for now I'm going to select it and I'm going to go up here, and I have all these different options here, and I'm going to click on the link. And it's going to pop up with an insert link, and I'm going to say let's just link this to google.com. So I'm going to put in www.google.com. And I want to click open in a new window because it's always annoying to have it open in the same window. Or what we can do is another thing, which we're actually going to try here because it's more fun. You have the option to link to existing content. So maybe I want this to link to the post Roxy of West Virginia. So I'm going to select that post, and you have all your posts here. And it's going to go ahead and automatically give you that URL and the title. Make sure open in a new window is selected, and you can just say add link, and now this is going to be a link. So once again, there's a lot of complicated things down here with custom sidebars and layout builder, but for now I really don't think that that's necessary. We just want to create a post. So I'm going to go back. Let's pretend that we're done for now, and I'm going to go ahead. I can actually say preview here, and it's going to pop up and it's going to show me my post. This is my featured image. It says published by your name in the category of puppy, and here are all those images we added. Here's that link. If we clicked on that, it would open to the Roxy of West Virginia site, and everything is there, and it looks like everything transferred over. There's maybe too much space there. So I'm going to go in here and delete one line. Okay, so I think that this is great. I'm going to say I'm going to publish it. I want this published, let's say tomorrow. So I'm going to put the 13th, and it has you set up for military time. I'm going to say okay. So I've set my publishing date. My visibility is to public. If I wanted it, I could make it password protected, so someone would need to have a special password, or it could be private, so only I see it. But I'm good with public, and I'm going to go ahead and say okay, and I'm going to say schedule. Now I want to see it immediately, so I'm going to go ahead and switch it back to today, but I just wanted to show you that option because I know you schedule your posts. So once I say publish immediately, I'm going to go ahead and say publish, and it's going to publish it. If I go to a new window, I'm going to go to newsite.thedailycorgi.com, and it should show up immediately on the front page. So, yep. We have Jackson Gatsby Stubbington of Long Island, New York, and we have an option to read more. If I click on read more, it's going to bring up the full post. So that's about it. If you have any questions that you'd like to see done in detail or focus more on, just let me know and I will make another video. Okay,